Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the daily morning podcast of SBI Securities. First, let us check what happened in the Indian market yesterday. Yesterday, we saw again Sensex and Nifty scaling a new record high during the intraday trade, and Nifty hit a record high of 21,037 levels, whereas Sensex rose to 70,033 levels. However, during the second half, we saw a profit booking in the market, and during at the end of the day, Nifty 50 was down to the tune of 91 points and settled at 20906 levels, whereas Sensex was down by 378 points and settled at 69551 levels. The drag on the market was mainly due to profit booking in heavyweights like HDFC Bank, Reliance and Infosys. In terms of market breadth, so we saw yesterday breadth was in favor of bears. So almost 2100 stocks were in red in the trade yesterday, whereas nearly 1691 stocks were in green in the trade yesterday. However, one remarkable point to note is that yesterday we saw almost 390 stocks killing their new 52-week high. This clearly shows that the undercurrent in the market is pretty strong, and we have seen a very some marquee name in the market that have hit a 52-week high. So some of the prominent names are Equita Small Finance Bank, IRCTC, Century Ply, HDFC Life, which is again a Nifty 50 company, Ultratech, again a Nifty company, Union Bank, Bajaj Auto, SJVN, Chambal Fertilizer, Z Entertainment, Shree Cement, so Hindalco. So what we are seeing is that the market is the undercurrent is pretty strong, and stock specific activity is very robust in the market. And wherever there is a positive development pertaining to some sector or some stock, we are seeing that street is rewarding their shareholder by scaling its 52-week high or all-time high levels. Moving on to the global market update. So yesterday we saw important data point in the US economy. So CPI data was released post market hours. So consumer price index was up to the tune of 3.1% year over year in the month of November in the US, and was up by 0.1% month on month in the month of November. So this data was in line with street expectations. Street was expecting the similar kind of data as far as CPI is concerned in the US economy. And post this data, we saw a decent rally in the market wherein Dow Jones, Nasdaq and S&P 500 were up to the tune of 0.5 to 0.7%. All the three index have touched new 52-week high during the intraday trade. At the same time, on data front, post this data, we saw a crack of 4% in Brent crude oil prices, and Brent crude is currently trading in the range of $73 to $74 per barrel. And this is a pretty strong data as far as Indian equity markets are concerned. So many sectors such as paints, airlines, tire, to some extent FMCG, or for that matter oil marketing company. So we may see some positive reaction in all this sector today. In terms of other data point, 10-year US 10-year bond yield is stable at 4.2%, and dollar index is trading below 104 levels. Now the key event to track today will be the US Fed meeting outcome, which is scheduled today evening. Again, it is expected that the benchmark rate will be steady in the range of 5.25 to 5.5%. However, investor will keenly track the commentary of Fed Chairman Jerome Powell for any clues that how soon the rate cut can be expected in the calendar year 2024. So overall, a kind of positive structure as far as US markets are concerned. As we speak today, GIFT Nifty, which is an early barometer of Indian equity market, is trading marginally positive, and this indicates that we may open neutral with a kind of flattish to some positive trade on Indian equity market. Yesterday evening, so with two important data points came for Indian economy. Consumer price index CPI came in at 5.55% year over year as compared to 4.87% in the month of October. So 5.55% was for the month of November. So what we have seen is that there is a slight month-on-month spurt in the inflation due to the increase in food inflation. So we have seen food basket experiencing inflation to the tune of 8%, led by increase in prices of spices, pulses and vegetables. However, the inflation number is still below the RBI upper tolerance band of 6%, and it is in line with expectation. That's a pretty strong set of data as far as Indian economy is concerned. And in addition to that, IIP, which is Index of Industrial Production, data came in for the month of October. and we saw 11.7% year over year growth, registering its highest ever growth in the last 16 months. And if I have to dig down deeper, what we have seen is that electricity generation has grown by 20% year over year in the month of October, mining activity up by 13%, and manufacturing activity grew by 10% in the month of October. So pretty strong set of data on industrial production side, and this clearly shows that manufacturing sector is buzzing with a lot of activity, and we may see some good stock picking ideas in this sector. Moving on to the stock specific news. So KPIT Technology yesterday has unveiled that they have developed a sodium ion battery technology. So as we all know that right now the entire world is focusing on lithium ion battery, and the company has claimed that with this battery technology the cost of battery can come down to the tune of 25 to 30%. So this stock will remain under focus today. Thermax yesterday has announced that they have won order worth 500 crore to set up 5 bio CNG plant. As we all know, government is pretty keen to start blending of biogas with the CNG and PNG, and we have seen now order flow in this segment also. So Thermax can be in the focus today. Hindalco yesterday has announced 800 crore capex to set up 25,000 metric ton aluminium foil that will be used to make batteries, and again that's a positive in long term for Hindalco. Indian Bank has launched QIP for 4,000 crore rupees, and the floor price is 414 rupees per share as compared to the current market price of 437. We are expecting a very strong response to the Indian Bank QIP, very similar to the Bank of India, and once this QIP concludes, we may see some rally in the Indian Bank stock. Moving on to the institution activity. So today there is a block deal likely to happen in Axis Bank, wherein the private equity fund Bain Capital will sell 1.1% stake at a floor price of 1109 per share. That is 2% discount to the yesterday's closing price. And that is so since last few days we are seeing that Axis Bank is not performing in the market, and one of the reason can be this block deal. And once this block deal is through, we may see some outperformance from Axis Bank also. On institution side, again we have seen buying by SBI Mutual Fund. So SBI Mutual Fund has bought 45 lakh shares in Karur Vysya Bank at 162 rupees per share, whereas in Z Entertainment we have seen Plutus Wealth Management buying 90 lakh share at 292 rupees per share. Z Entertainment, one has to keep in mind that 21st December is the deadline for Sony and Z merger, and all the modalities of the deal need to be stitched before 21st of December. And in case this merger goes through, we may see some 20 to 30% upside in the Z Entertainment post this merger. Let us move on to IPO corner. So two IPOs are open. One is the India Shelter Finance Corporation and DOMS Industry. So we have released a detailed note on both these businesses and have uploaded the same on SBI Securities website. At the same time, this note can be accessed through your dealer and advisor. You can request them to share the note with you. In addition to that, we have posted both this note on Telegram channel of SBI Securities. So what we have recommended that you can apply in both the IPO. Home Shelter India Shelter Finance Corporation is coming at 2.5 times price to book multiple. That is at a relatively cheaper valuation as compared to its peers, and we can expect some listing in both these companies. DOMS Industries is one of the leading stationery, pen and pencil manufacturer, a very well-known brand, a really aesthetic product, best-in-class return ratios. If I take a valuation, it is coming at around 32 times FY24 price to earning multiple. Price band is 750 to 790 per share. So this is a portfolio stock, a fast growing sector where we are seeing a shift from unorganized sector to organized one, and this stock can be on radar from long term perspective also. So that's all from my side. So if I have to sum up today's discussion, overall global setup looks to be positive. All the eyes will be on today's US Fed meeting outcome, and that will be one of the key trigger for global market, equity market for next few days. In addition to that, one thing, note of caution that Indian equity markets are looking slightly overbought, and to that extent we have seen minor profit booking in the second half of the trade yesterday. So we may see some continuation of profit booking during next few days during the week. When I say correction, the correction can be maximum to the tune of 2 to 3% on Nifty over the next few days. So it's a market is buy on dip market. In case you are sitting on a handsome profit in some mid cap, small cap stock, and you are on leverage on margin funding, what I would suggest is that you can reduce your leverage, book profit, and keep your cash ready in case there is a dip in the market. Then we can redeploy in the market. So we may see some profit booking in mid cap and small cap on a relatively larger side as compared to the large cap companies. So whenever market dip, you can deploy your fund in large cap companies. That's all for the day. Thank you for patiently listening to the podcast. Have a good day.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.